Oh, don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. All I care about my father's time. My father is God. I'm your non-prophet of God. And I go for God's time, not for you. Your time is bullshit. That's what your time is. Understand? I like to talk about Beyonce. Beyonce. Accused of witchcraft by some people like Kanye West. He did get an accident and Beyonce did do witchcraft with him. People say. An ex-drummer is also accused her from witchcraft. I mean, can you tell me something new, folks? Because I know for a long time who she is, so it's old news. But for you folks, it's new. You understand what I know and what you know. Get it? So, come on folks, hang her high. If you do have the guts, do have the money, and do have the power. Because this lady is very, very strong. Do you have the guts? Do you have the money? Do you have the power? Then hang her. Hang her high. You understand? This is not a girl you can play with. You better forget it. You're gonna lose this. Definitely. She's gonna eat you till there is nothing left of you. She's gonna cook you and bake you. And she's gonna eat you. And you will lose. Definitely. Folks, if I could do her something, I did it already. You understand? She's too powerful, I can do nothing. She's very close. I'm very close to God, and she is very close to her God. No? Very close. So you can do her nothing. Really nothing. And I hear these things, and I think, can you tell me something new? I mean, for me, this is old news, folks. It's really old news. That she is a witch, I know for a long time. So, and what she do, I also know. That she kill, I also know. I know what she do. You understand? I exactly know what she do. And you may hang her high if you know who she is. But do you have the power? I don't think so. This woman is a very smart one. A very fast thinker. and a very dangerous girl, folks. You better watch out for her. She is very, very dangerous. And she's very close to the devil. Do not forget this. If you're gonna touch her, he's gonna touch you. You don't want this. Like I'm close to God, she's close to that other one. And he is very powerful. You can do nothing. But what she deserves, she will get. When the time is there, she will get it, folks. She is not stronger than God. And also not distinct she is with. And if I am the most powerful person here in this world, and I do have the powers of God, then God will warn me for such people not to harm. And I get this. I know who I cannot harm. And I can tell you what kind of persons these are. It is the devil himself I cannot harm. It is Beyoncé I cannot harm. God told me I cannot harm. Who we got more? The Pope I cannot harm. I want to kick him out of his dress. But I cannot harm him. I may not do this. Obama, I cannot harm him. Because these are people, they need to complete the story. You understand? I cannot harm these people. How hard I try and want it. God did warn me that I cannot harm them. And I'm here to harm no one, folks. Really, I'm not here to harm someone. I'm here only to warn, you know. But sometimes I see people and then I tell my Father God that I want to harm them. And then it starts to happen. But it's me who asks. I'm nothing without God. I need to listen to God. And only to God. So I cannot harm that people. The devil, Beyoncé, the Pope, and Obama, I cannot harm. And also no, not this president, what is now. And I also cannot harm John Kerry. He also must come back. All these people did come in my dream and in my visions. And these are the people who will complete the end time story, I'm telling. If I do have the power to harm them, then the story is not complete. You understand? The story must be complete. That's what I'm doing here. So some folks I cannot harm. The rest I can harm, but I will not. Why will I harm you? Because you don't want to listen. You will harm yourself for not listening. So I don't have to do it. Get it? You people will harm yourselves for not listening. I don't have to harm you. And I know you are all bad listeners. I understand why. You know, folks, about witches. Witches from long time ago, if the people did find witches, they did hang them high. Now in these modern times, you will see witches on the street like it is normal. And they will give you the way that you can walk with them also. How dirty you become, desto better it is for them. That's why you see those witches against Cat Fernando, and how you call this guy? This guy, they say that he rape people or whatever, you know, and these witches did come, 60 witches, you know, and they did not even come for him. They did come for you, to show you who they are, and you can come into that group. That's the meaning. But you cannot know everything, you know. I need to tell you what's going on, and then you will understand, oh, it is like that. Yeah, it is like that. And Beyonce is a very high witch, and you cannot harm it. You will not harm the very high. It's not possible, folks. But watch out, that they will harm you. They do have the power, and you just don't. You are just a citizen, nothing more. In their eyes, you are a human being who can die. You understand? That is your weak point. You can die. You will never win from fallen angels. It will not work, folks. So, you don't have to try. This is for the people who want this or want to try this. Better don't do it. Like my father told me, my son, all will come to new. And scroll back all the way down, folks, to the first story I did tell on the internet. Old will come to new, you will hear me say. It's in the first video. Old will come to new. 5.5 years ago. And you see the witches from long time ago, and they come back to now. And they can stay. They will not hang high. They will do their things and witchcraft and blood sacrifices and all this kind of shit, and you people will love it. And you will be curious and will maybe also go to that group. They do have tickets to sell. And there is place enough. Speak with them how to become a witch. and you will be a witch in no time. They like to take you and will learn you everything what a witch does. Don't be shocked, because you will learn shocking things. You understand? So this witches is modern time. You need to see it like Halloween, and maybe you see it like that. How soon it's Halloween, that's why they are there already. You know? It's nothing. You are so wrong. They've been there all the time. But they did not dare to show themselves. And now that the world will go down and upside down, and the devil will come, they will show themselves. It's time. And God did warn me for this. You will see more of this kind of shit, folks. It's the time for this kind of things. And you will see it daily. In the beginning, you need to get used to it. But when you know this, it will become like, for the first time you go on a bike, and then in a week you know the bike and you put it into and you walk. Because you do have a flat tire now and that kind of shit, you know. It's not that nice anymore like the first beginning you did get it. You are more than happy, but then it become old, and you know, this is how you need to see these people who coming now in front of your eyes, and it's like a new bike you get. It's not usual to see a witch walking through your street. But they did come out of the closet. And now that the witches did come out of the closet, there will come more. You understand? And this was the first time you saw witches come into your street. And you could see them with your own eyes. And this is reality. And you can join. If you like. The more souls, that's the better. And all will come out of the closet, folks. All the witches will come. Then there is no place for you to walk in New York, I can tell you. There are many witches. You understand? And they're walking all this time between you. You talk with them and all that kind of shit, and you don't know nothing. You did not know that it was a witch you did talk to all the time. Maybe your wife is a witch and she did not tell you. That you get the shock of your life that you marry a witch. But you never did know. Because it's a secret. Understand? And as long they don't get the green light to go out of the closet, then they will not come out of the closet. But it's time for this kind of things. And a fulfillment did take place in my story. But I told you a few days ago when this did happen, that this will happen. It got everything to do in what God told me. Old will come to new, my son. And I did go to the internet, and God told me, old will come to new, my son. And you can hear me say it. If you scroll back to the beginning, where I did start to talk for the first time. There I talk about war, I talk about the eye, I talk about the pyramid, I talk about the rich people, I talk about witches, and I talk about witchcraft, and I talk about old will come to new. That was the first time I did go to the internet in my father's name to talk about these things. It's 5.5 years ago. Like I told you. Well, like my father told me. Everything needs time. And you will know the time, my son. And I'm telling you folks, it's time now for this kind of thing. It's also time for this war to come. Understand? And I wish that it was not true. That I did have a stick to take all away. Then I will do it. But I only can tell you the bad news. I'm a very bad prophet of God. Because I do have bad news. I'm not bad for God, you know. But I'm bad in the stories I tell. Because these are bad stories. All of them. Stories what will kill you. And I'm just a messenger. Nothing more, folks. I just love God and I'm close to God. That's it. For me, that is normal. For you, it will be a new happening when it happened to you. But I walk with Father God since the day He did touch me. So for me, it's now normal, you know. But one thing I do have with God is I am always happy. God is not my old bike I throw away, you know. I'm always happy. Happy the day He did come, and happy the day I will go. You understand? I'm always happy with Him. He is not a bike I will throw away. Or a car what won't start anymore. And all that kind of thing. I'm always happy to be with him. And I always will be. And no one can make me more happy than God does. For he is my Father. I never did have the chance to go with a good Father. Till God did come. But going back in the witches and the witchcraft and all these kind of things, it all will come to pass and all the tongue will speak the truth. Listen, it's very important. All the tongue will speak the truth. Even if it go accidentally. But you will speak the truth. This is the most important thing. You all will speak the truth. All the hidden things will come. You understand? Will come and you will see it yourself, you will hear it and all that kind of, about aliens and all this kind of things. It's all real. I did run in my visions and dreams for ships what did put fire on me. And normal people who did come out of this thing. Normal people. People who look normal. And they are connected with the American soldiers and higher people. And they will tell you the truth when it is time. I tell you the truth right now, you will not understand. But when they tell you, you will understand. Because you never will understand me. It called believe me. But I don't use believe. So I use understand. Because I don't want to use the word that much. Believe is between, like you understand or you don't understand. You go for it or you don't go for it. It's the system between the lines. You need to choose in what you believe and if it do exist and all these kind of things. That's belief, It's not a sure ability. Belief is not a sure ability. You are not sure if you believe. You are between it, you think about it. If it is real or not. That's why you believe in God, you say, but you never saw him, so you don't know if he do exist. That's why there is belief. And that is between the line. You can choose that God is there or that God is not there. That's belief. That's why you say, I believe in God. But far inside you, you think, well, I don't know if he exists or not. I never saw him. That is the system of your belief. And the system is between the line. You standing in the middle of that line and you can go or to yes or to no. You understand? or you will stay in the middle and look, just look, and you choose nothing. That's what I did. I did choose nothing. All my life I did choose nothing. I was standing on the line and I was watching what will happen, and if I saw something good, then I did go to good, because I love the good things in life. But if I saw bad and I was standing on that line and I did like it, then I did go to bad, because I did like it and I thought it was good. But I was standing in the middle, and it will be my choice if I go for good or bad. This was my choice, and it is still your choice. What will be your choice? You still can choose. There will come a time, then you will be chosen. Then you got nothing to say about yourself anymore. But now you still have the chance, so go for it. So go for my father. It's the good thing in life. Or stay in the middle. But stay in the middle. There is nothing more. The middle and God. Don't leave this other thing. This bad. Stay on your line. If you don't want to be with God, okay. Stay in the middle. The day you cross the line to the devil, you will never stand in the middle anymore to think about good or bad, because you did make your choice and it was bad. You can forget the good. Okay, about these witches and things, folks. It's real. It's real. And it's for a long time this is going on. For a very long time. Witchcraft is from the beginning. And also witches. And they are powerful. They do have power. And they know how to create power. Power by the blood of little children. I'm sorry, folks, but it is true. It is true. That they did eat eyes of little children. It is true. Because they thought that they can see better. And also, that is true. But you need your spells to let it work. So you need your devil. But all you will hear, that they take your heart out and eat your heart and all these kind of things, and the blood and the eyes and all these kind of things, it's real. This is what witches do. You understand? That's why witches from a long time ago, they did kill them and hang them high. Or burn them and all that kind of thing. This is back. It did return a few days ago. Well, what's up? Because, like I told you, you saw nothing yet. Now you see witches. The next time you will see demons. The time after this, you will see things coming out of the air with ships. And aliens will come on your planet. And you will be shocked for your life. Till you know the bike I told you. You will get used on it. And it will become like normal. That these people will between. But these people do not come in peace. So you never will forget it. And I did run many times in my visions. The visions I get from God. So do understand, I did really run many times for that kind of things. Aliens. You people thought that it is all a fairy tale. But I did run already for that type of people. And I understand, folks, you will not go for it now. I understand. But don't come back to me later. That you will tell me, how do you know all those things and you are right, and man, don't come with it. Because I come now with it, you can go for it or you just don't. If you see it yourself, don't come back to me. Don't come cry, because I did warn you. But these stories are all real. I did run for my life for this type of folks. And really did come in my visions. Visions are very, very, very special. You will not get it, folks. You only can get this from God and no one else. This is also how I travel. I travel with God in visions. God did show me everything in visions. Everything. And everything I told you and saw in visions, I'm telling you. I can never be wrong in the things I'm telling. You understand? I walk really with God. I get the visions from God. And no one else can do this. And I'm very sure. That's why I know all those things. I get this from God. Visions are very special. And you will not get it from God. It got everything to do with touching. And when you are touched, you're gonna see. And when you see, you're gonna hear. And when you hear, you're gonna walk. And when you walk, you go to the school of God. You're gonna learn. And then you come back and you tell the people what did happen with you. And that your schools are nothing. If you go one day to my school, the school of my father, where the teacher is my Father God, and he take you 1 hour, you will come back the same like me, and you will start to talk like me, and you don't even know where the words is coming from, where you get the mind from, how you know all those things. This is what God did do with me, because I was a nitwit. I did know nothing, folks. I never did go school, and I never been like this. Never in my life. And I never will be. But it was God's choice. And that's why I am in what He did create in me. And that's why and I'm very important for God. But I'm also very important for you. The only thing you have to do is use your ears. Because that's what I need. Ears to hear. That's what I need. And folks, to become my friend, you better don't. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you better don't. I don't care about that shit. You're sending money to my PayPal, you better don't. You won't, because I never will give you the PayPal. So that's it. You understand? I'm not the guy who will go for your money and bullshit. I also will not go for the fame. You know? I'm only here to warn you. And nothing more, nothing less I will do. And don't talk to me. I'm not asking for this kind of things. Yeah, I don't want to become your friend. In this world, I don't want it. Not one of you. I just don't want it. That's it. I only do have one father and I love him. And that's more than enough. And for this father I go. And I go really for nothing else. Nothing else exists for me than my Father God. So don't try to give me your words. I don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. Your money and your wisdom, I don't care. To be my friend or not my friend, I don't care. You understand? I really don't care. I only care about my Father. My Father is God. I don't care about human beings. This is not my cup of tea, so I don't care. But I bring you the story. I care. The stories come from God. I care for God. So I care for His stories. His stories come in me, and I will bring it to you. And that's what this unknown prophet will do. And everything will be fulfilled. And you will hear me say it. When something is fulfilled, you will hear me say what it is. Because I did speak about it long time ago. And now finally, the book can be closed if everything is fulfilled. We angels finally will find rest. It's a big thing what we're doing here. You understand? It's not that easy you think. You don't want to stand in my shoes right now. You don't want it. And I'm sure you cannot handle it. You will become crazy and will go to a nut house directly. If God come to you and He touch you and He give you everything, you are not ready. You will go to a nut house. You will become crazy. Or shocked like you will die on the floor right away. Working with God, not that easy. God is the most strongest person ever. And not that easy to walk with Him. Not easy. It will become more easy when everything is fulfilled. Then maybe I will go to another planet where there are problems. You are not the only one with problems. You must think about yourself that you are a very special person. That you live on this planet Earth. But there are more planets than this one. You are not alone. You are not alone. And this God also to do with aliens and all that kind of shit, you are not alone. But there is lots of things more. You are not alone. You are definitely not alone. You will understand this when CERN go on with the things they do, that you are not alone. It's the only machine in this world I know do have the key. And if they find the keyhole, then you will see that you are not alone. But folks, everything needs time. But still, your weather will be your biggest enemy ever in life. You ever will see your biggest enemy will be the weather. It's your very, very biggest enemy ever. And you cannot run away from it. And it will happen all over the world. And it will go like war. I warn you for the very hard weather to come. And every day I'm talking is every day a step further to that. You understand? It's the same way I walk with God. Every day I take a step closer to God. And in this step, I learn a lot. And I know, folks, it sounds like a fairy tale. Right? But I'm telling you, it's not a fairy tale. It's reality, and so will it be. And you are in that reality. Do not forget this. And I want you to see this reality, so that you will not be surprised. So that you know already, you did hear this, and you did go for it, and you know that it will come. It's no surprise anymore. You are ready because you know it will come. This is what I want you to know. And this got definitely something to do with weather you never saw in your life. And it will become, in every time I am here talking about those things, it will become harder, harder and harder. And no one can stop it. No one can stop it. And my father won't stop it. Because my father said, it's not time yet. And I did ask my father, Father God, when will you come, when it is time? And he told me, it is not time yet. When he will come, he also don't tell me. It will be his decision when he comes. So, if he come tomorrow, then he decide to come tomorrow. If he come in 5 years, then it will be in 5 years. It's up to my father when he will come. And I can ask and make him crazy. He also will never tell me. So I don't know when God will come. The only thing I know is he must come. That's the only thing I know. He must come. You understand? So it's for sure that he will come. But when? I do not know. But he must come. He must. There is no way back also for God. God must come. There is no way back. And God always keeps his promise. You understand? And this is a promise. That he will come back. And he will come back. And it will not be Jesus Christ. It will be God himself. The Father. I'm telling you again, folks. I do not know Jesus Christ. I only know my Father God. He is the Father. He never did talk about his Son. But I always see him. The Father. God. God the Father of all fathers. Kings of all kings. The Father who did create everything. And can destroy it like now, if he wants. Then lights go out and all gone. Now. He can do it now. You understand? It will be so fast that you never will know that you ever did exist here in this world. This is how fast God can do this. Lights out, over, finished, done, end of story. And you will know nothing. Lights go out, it's finished. I saw the capabilities of God. And he do have the power to do this. He can let your light out. He can take your light out right now. Without you know it. You fall down and you are gone. God can do this. He's the only one who can do it. He got everything to say about you. Is this a heart attack or whatever? No. He just takes you away. He takes your life away. He ripped the life out of you and you fall down. Lights go out. It's finished. You don't know who God is. You do not know His capabilities. I saw many of His capabilities, so I know what He can do. And He can do this quick or really very slowly. Then you will get a life in pain and problems and diseases. And you can live as long He wants you to live. You understand? This got nothing to do with age. If you are 80, you die. No, folks. If He want to get you and He want to do things with you and He tell you, you will live for 800 years, then you will live in pain for 800 years. That is a long time, but for God it is nothing. If that is God's decision, you will live in pain for 800 years. If God come now and tell you all will live for 800 years, because I want it that way, then so will it be. That's God, and that's what He can do easy. Only thing you have to do is to say it to you. And you all will live for 800 years. So don't play with my Father. Because if He start to play with you, you wish you never did play with Him.